Bienvenidos una vez más a estos videos de NBA2K13, ya con pocos partidos que faltan para terminar la temporada regular. Como verán ahí, con un récord de 64-10, estoy solamente a 8 partidos de terminar la fase regular. Ya estoy clasificado primero, así pierda los 8 partidos que me restan, igual voy a quedar primero. Ya que el Thunder es el que me secunda y ya tiene 26 derrotas, así que es imposible que consiga perder 26 partidos cuando solamente me quedan 8. Como ven ahí, de los partidos que me quedan son bastantes los partidos claves, que están marcados con el recuadro en amarillo, y son varios partidos claves, no tanto por San Antonio, porque ya está prácticamente clasificado, como dije. Nada estropearía ni siquiera perder todos los partidos que me quedan, pero sí son claves por el hecho de que los equipos que enfrento necesitan ganarme a mí para asegurar la clasificación. Uno de ellos es justamente Miami, que como verán tiene un récord de 38 y 37. Viene complicado, está quinto en este momento en la conferencia, pero perder conmigo hoy lo puede dejar hasta en el octavo y último lugar de clasificación. Lo mismo pasa con Minnesota, con Phoenix, con Washington. Están todos muy cerca. Y el partido del Thunder, que está marcado como un partido clave más que nada porque somos los en la conferencia del oeste, el 1 y el 2, y somos los que tenemos la gran diferencia contra el resto de los equipos, ¿no? Hay mucha diferencia entre nosotros dos y el resto de los equipos de la conferencia del oeste. Hay muchas victorias de diferencia. Así que bueno, he decidido grabar este partido contra Miami porque calculo que va a ser un buen partido, un partido donde calculo que va a estar muy entretenido y va a estar muy igualado, porque como digo, Miami necesita ganarle a San Antonio sí o sí. Y obviamente no es que tenga nada contra Miami, pero siempre me gusta enfrentarme a los equipos más duros y ganarles. Así que vamos a tratar de estropear un poco los planes a LeBron James y compañía. Así que bueno, espero que lo disfruten. Vamos directamente al partido.
Oh yeah, let's get it, y'all. Showtime. Time to go out there and win, fellas.
That is the way you get your team fired up. I'd say they're anxious to get this one started. Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. Along with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. The crowd here in anticipation of their home team Spurs in an interconference match here at the AT&T Center in San Antonio. They went to Miami for their last meeting with the Heat and came out with a win.
And you might not typically mention blocks as the key to a win, but I think you do in this case. They were really dominant defensively.
Muy buena movida, me pusieron a Dawadway de base para que me compliquen tanto en defensa como en ataque.
So the opening lineup for the Heat, LeBron James and Chris Bosh holding down those forward positions. D-Wade out there with Barbosa, and it's Mullins in at the center. And for San Antonio, Sida is in at the point. Iguodala out there with Marion, and it's Duncan, and it's Ginobili in at the 2. Here it's Sida, the 18-footer is right on the mark.
His offensive game is so refined, guys, extremely well developed in just about every aspect.
And here's Wade. LeBron outside. 6 to shoot. He's covered by Ginobili. With the fadeaway. It's hauled in by Ginobili. Last game for the Spurs. They picked up the W against Houston.
And Kevin, in that game, we saw a lot of sloppy play from the opposing offense. They coughed the ball up way too often.
Yeah, and that did make things really easy, guys. Nice to get a win if you're on that side of it and not to have to work too hard for it.
Here's Cool Hands. He picked up 15 points in the last one against the Rockets in Houston.
And Kevin, he was
Epa.
amazing defensively as well. I mean, he was racking up steals left and right.
Now here's Wade. LeBron kicks to Barbosa. Puts the lead pass in front of him.
The defense just couldn't recover in time.
Yeah, the D pretty much went brain neutral on that one, Clark. Wouldn't
Yes,
you?
sir. I like that phrase.
Yeah, I don't use that phrase very often, but to me that's what happened. He shifted the brain into neutral.
That was embarrassing.
Uy, tiene la mano frágil hoy.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. So the Heat, their last game, will win against Memphis.
Well, they were the underdog, and a lot of people thought they would fold there at the end, but they maintained their composure and finished the game out strong.
Very impressive in terms of the composure they showed. I mean, things got really tight and tense down the stretch, and they didn't wilt.
Here's Cool Hands, averaging 28 points a game.
Flawless alley-oop that time. That's some real stylish basketball there.
Almost looks like a play they've been rehearsing for a while.
Well, that's the beauty of the alley-oop. It appears that way, but really it's just timing and sort of an innate sense of awareness between two teammates.
Here's LeBron. Sean Marion making his last shot. It's off his foot, and it's being called a kickball. And so here is Miami, trailing by 2. That's good. Mullins got his second bucket of the night.
Made that one look easy, didn't they?
Well, Doris, an interesting game. Moments ago, you had a chance to talk with head coach Frank Vogel. What do you have to say?
They'll be facing one of the best post players ever to play the game in Tim Duncan. Coach told me that even though Timmy isn't as physically gifted as he once was, he is still a handful to deal with. He said a lot of people forget this, but Tim Duncan is one of the smartest players to ever play and always makes the right decision. We can't be lazy around him.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. And here is LeBron. Manu Ginobili getting his 3 to go. Can't get it to go.
Really good offensive execution. Nice pick, just couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you
De la
love
otra
to see
punta.
that as a basketball
Manu a la
player.
otra
Guys
punta.
hitting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
And there's the feed doing it out. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Spurs need to get a shot off.
Ay, se le escapó un
It's
poquito.
Ginobili. Shot is off. And the Heat going the other way now. LeBron with it. Sean Marion covering. No good from LeBron. Spurs leading by 3. Kicks it out to Ginobili. Here's Cool Hands. Wade is covering. Here's Cool Hands. Oh, hammer time. And it's the devastating one-handed jam.
All business there, not messing around one bit. Flushed it right with one hand.
He never does, Clark. He never does.
Well, that's kind of his trademark, those slams like that one.
And that replay sponsored by Sprite, giving us a great look at that one. The Heat trail by 5. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Here's Barbosa, gets the bucket. Barbosa's got his first 2 points of the night.
Right
Bueno,
there, we saw Bosch opened up space for the shooter. Well done.
especialidad de la casa, vamos a dar.
Beyond the arc. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Ahí está.
Right now, it's all working for him here in the first. The shots have been falling.
Yeah, their offense has been very impressive. If they keep this up, Clark, they're going to be tough to beat.
Now here's LeBron. He's coming off a 25-point game against Memphis.
And he was just lurking defensively in that game, Kevin. 4
Ooh.
steals during that ballgame.
Wade gets the bucket.
Well, none of the defenders were quick enough to step out and get a hand in his face on that jump shot. Big mistake there.
Here's Cool Hands. Wade is covering. Here's Duncan, buried from 15 feet out.
Tough assignment for that defender with the size mismatch we're seeing.
Yeah, I just don't think he's big enough to handle it.
Wade outside.
No quiero presionar mucho porque seguro que me va a cobrar falta.
Over Iguodala. Foul alive. Here's Mullins. Goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Boy, that kind of hustle you just love to see.
And it gets his teammates fired up.
Yeah, especially with the powerful slam to finish things off.
Here's Cool Hands. Wade is covering. Here's... The rim is shaken.
Now we're cooking with gas, partner. My goodness.
A breathtaking display of aerial supremacy, no doubt.
It's almost unfair, guys. I mean, when you can get up that high, that's crazy.
Here's Wade after the basket by San Antonio. Guarded by Marion. Left side Bosch. That falls. Nice feedback time from...
Si lo dejaba tirar a media distancia, me lo metía, y si lo marcaba, me lo metía igual. Me saca un cuerpo de ventaja.
107 left in the first quarter. LeBron outside. Dishes to Maxio. 6 on the shot clock. Back to LeBron. Over Iguodala.
Era mía.
Not loose.
Te dije que era mía. Ay, ay, ay,
Here's Cool
ay,
Hands.
ay, ay.
Defended by Maxio. On the wing, Iguodala. 26 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
How about that basketball, man?
Beautiful.
Wow. What a talented leaper. Loves to climb up and throw it down. Man.
Oh, Clarkie gets up so quickly. That
Yeah, he's like a pogo stick.
oh, my gosh. Not a lot of point guards in the league can jam like he can.
That's for sure.
And he's able to finish, guys, amongst all the big fellas in the paint. Just amazing athleticism.
The Spurs making a switch here. Green's checked in. 23 seconds left here in the first quarter. Now here is Barbosa. A 14-point game for him in the win.
Que tengo la mano transparente.
And there's the foul. It goes on Cool Hands. That is his first foul of the game.
Era clavado, me iba a cobrar a falta. Dios.
Here's Hill. Passes it today. Shoots over Leonard. Can't tie it up as that one's no good. So with LeBron on the bench. This is who Frank Vogel is out there. Here's Cool Hands. Picks it out to Ginobili. From downtown. That's good. Ginobili's got 9.
Big mistake not having more defensive pressure on him out there.
And Jay gets it to go.
I tell you what, right now that mid-range jumper serving them well.
Yes, it is, guys. That's 6 of their last 10 points coming from that mid-range area.
Here's Lucas. Powered down with both hands.
Great finish there, Kevin. Took it strong to the cup.
That aggressive two-handed jam.
And that's the kind you like, especially in traffic. You got to make sure.
The Heat trail by 5. And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, guys, Cool Hands in the last outing against the Rockets got the job done. He finished with 15 points and an impact by finding his teammates over and over again. Just absolutely incredible numbers from him in a game you didn't want to miss. So glad we were here to watch it, Kevin.
And Doris, that really was a phenomenal performance.
You know what, Kevin? Anytime you bring it like that, you raise the bar on yourself. The key is to not get too hyped on past performances. Today, focus on this game right here, right now.
Yeah, but he's going to have a hard time forgetting that one because that was one of the best performances you'll ever see.
Hill, the rebound by the Spurs. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
I know I'll be looking out for the final score in that Timberwolves game. That should be a close game.
Feeds it to Lucas. He dishes it to Ginobili. Now here's Lucas, guarded closely. Puts up a three. That's good. And it's an 8-point Spurs lead. The Heat have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the second quarter. Just under 50% shooting. The steal. Here's the break. Here's
La foto.
Filthy, just pure filthiness. Filthy to the 5th degree.
I'm filthy listening to you say filthy. How's that for a show? Holy smokes.
Oh, man.
¿Cómo se divierten los relatores?
And Day gets it to go. Day's got 6. Spurs leading by 8.
Uy, ya.
Here's Sina. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
You know, he didn't have too much space to get that shot off, but for him, he had enough.
Ay.
Here's Farley. Off target with the jump hook.
Contragolpe.
And for the Spurs, their shooting has been just outrageous.
Hacelo.
64% from the field at this point. An emphatic LU jam.
There's one thing about the alley-oop. You can't fire the pass in there. You got to have some air under that pass. It needs a little hang time.
That's exactly right. A lot of finesse, just like that one was. Perfectly thrown.
And that's what makes the play so much fun to watch. There's finesse on the front end, but then power on the
Miami
end.
no quiere entender que para ganar nosotros tiene que meter triple.
And Miami also making a switch. Chris Bosh has checked in for Joel Anthony. Got a piece of it. Bosh, the screen. Kicks it today. Pass to Duncan.
Ay, justo.
Out on his own on the break. Here's Frazier. Gets it to go. Spurs leading by 11. And there's the pass to Duncan.
Ay, otra vez no me salió.
The Heat will take it the other way. As the playoffs near, let's take a look at the Western Conference standings. You look at the Spurs. And, of course, there's the Thunder. Right on their tail, vying to move up and take over if they get the chance.
You know, checking out San Antonio, they've continued their breakout season. I mean, they've showed tremendous promise thus far.
Cambiame la marca.
Big things from this team.
Yeah, Clark, as the postseason approaches, there's plenty of optimism, but as you know, the playoffs are a whole different animal. We'll see if they can continue that momentum.
Just 5 to shoot. The Heat need to get a shot off. And the basket by Hill. We've got 1:18 left to play in the first half. Here's Cool Hands.
Oh, bueno.
17
La
points. in the
triple.
game. Here's Ginobili. Hits the bucket. Ginobili's got 11 points.
And saw just a little bit of daylight, went right to the rim.
It's back to Hill. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. Bosh.
Ah,
Lays it up, and despite of the
Si lo tapaba
excellent
Bosh.
defense at that.
Well, they haven't been getting lit up from outside here. All the points they're giving up are from in close. They've got to offer more resistance.
ay, ese no tira
Defense
triple.
has to get better, Clark. They got to body up, bump somebody, get physical, force the action back out to the perimeter.
Ginobili. That's good.
They don't seem to have many answers for him in this game. He's doing a terrific job out there. Outstanding work.
Outside Hill. The dish today. 14 feet away. That's good. Day's got 8 points.
Well, after a slow first quarter, he's starting to pick it up a bit here.
Back to Ginobili. Here's Cool Hands. Back to Ginobili.
Triple.
Up in time. Hits it.
Ooh-wee, Kevin. That was a big shot to extend their lead and send them into halftime with momentum.
And so that's the end of the first half. It's the Spurs. They lead by 13. And coming up after the break, it'll be Damon Bruce breaking down all the highlights from the first half of play.
And now, brought to you by Sprint. Thanks for being with us here on 2K Sports. Every day, the playoff picture is becoming more clear. Out at AT&T Center, the Spurs have the lead against the Heat, and they've been rolling lately, and that continues tonight. Some textbook basketball from Cool Hands. Seems like everything's falling for him. Not sure if he even knows how to miss. On the other side, the Heat haven't been terrific. Hard to find a lot to like about their performance so far. They'll need to pay much better attention in the second half to the details. The details. The first half was a letdown for LeBron. Everything's been rimming out for him. He's got to be frustrated.
Todo.
And that does it for us here in the studio. Thanks so much for joining me. Now, back out to Kevin and the gang.
And welcome back. The Riverwalk, always a prime attraction here in San Antonio. You look at Cool Hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
The way he's moved through the defense so far through 2 quarters, it's like everybody but him is in slow motion.
Well, he's just that quick going to the basket, Steve. I mean, the help defense just isn't getting there in time.
Ay, me paso por arriba mirándote eso.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court for San Antonio. Cita.
¿Qué pasó?
Duncan out there with Marion. Then there's Ginobili. And it's Iguodala in at the 3 spot. Marion left side. Shot clock at 5. Marion is screen on Wade. Off the screen. Miami grabs the miss. Wade's got 5 rebounds tonight. He passes to Bosch.
Ah, no llega ni yo.
That doesn't go either for Bosch. Spurs leading by 11. Little over a minute gone here in the second.
Ay, no, era para el otro lado.
It's stolen by Wade.
No llegó.
You know, that's something he's capable of every trip down.
And it's just impossible to get tired of.
Yeah, there's always this excitement, this aura that surrounds him, guys. And the
Correte. Pero.
And that was Sprite bringing you the close-up on that big-time play. Here's Cool Hands. Wade is covering.
Ay, me adivinó la intención.
And here we go. Fast break. Wade's break.
Tearing that roof down with that one.
Yeah, and really a dunk contest dunk that time. Wow.
Yeah, unreal. What a dunk.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
Yeah, defensively, some really good pressure being applied, though, so you've got to give credit there. It seems like they've been rattled a little bit.
Steve, you think they've been rattled?
Oh, they're rattled, all right. And turnovers will kill you, especially with a team like this that can force turnovers and get out in transition.
Shot clock at 6. The feed now to Duncan. And he makes good on the way. Duncan's got 7.
You know, the defense has to prevent the ball from getting down into that area if they're going to be successful, guys.
The Heat trail by 9. LeBron gets the screen from Bosch. And Byron Mullins, the bucket, on the assist by LeBron. 14 points for him.
14
I think he's done his
puntos.
part to try to keep him in this game. It's been a solid effort from him, guys.
Here's Cool Hands. Wade is covering. Here's Cool Hands.
Ah, ya.
17
Ya vos.
points in the game. Oh, and a fast break for the Heat. Wade with the ball. LeBron throws it down hard.
They are closing in here. Their offense heating up.
Well, you want to maintain contact, and after this nice run here, they've made up some ground, and they're right where they want to be.
Here's Cool Hands. Wade is covering.
Epa, ¿qué pasó?
That is his first foul of the game. Wade outside. He kicks to Robinson.
Pensé que iba a tirar triple.
He feeds it to Bosch. Shoots over Leonard. No good for Bosch. Spurs leading by 12. To the paint. Goes up. And Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Throwing it down with one hand and making it look easy.
Easy and fun. He just thrives on making the deal absurd.
Yeah, which is something he does pretty often, Kevin.
Wade outside.
María, el muchacho se dando vuelta.
To Robinson. The shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got assist number 5 here tonight. The Spurs have gone 7 of 13 in the third quarter so far, just above 50%. Back to Marion. And it's blocked. Oh, trying for it. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. The 2K leaderboard is on the screen now to reveal the dominant scores in the NBA over the last month. Look at Cool Hands, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player.
What a performance offensively it's been of late for him. He's really clicking right now.
Now Robinson. He has 5.
Yeah.
Back to LeBron. Passes it to Mullins. Outside for Robinson.
Tire.
On deep. From beyond the arc and then some. Robinson's got 8 points. Spurs leading by 11. The shot and game clock separated.
Ahora me toca a mí.
4.
Ah.
Here's Cool Hands. The 3. And that one's good. Cool Hands got 22 points.
Esa cara de malo.
Easy look from outside. You can't give him that much time and space.
Now, that's been a theme here tonight. They're going to have to do a better job of closing out and getting a hand up on three-point shooters.
Back to Robinson. Jacks up a 3. And no good trying to get that one. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Spurs lead by 14. And right after this, we'll bring you the start of the final quarter right here on 2K Sports.
The end of the regular season is in sight. Rudy Gay and the Memphis Grizzlies take on Ty Lawson and the Denver Nuggets live next Sunday night.
Fourth quarter getting going here. It's time for the Sprite Uncontainable Game. Doris Burke at the report. Hi, Doris.
Gentlemen, well, it was the stretch by the Spurs that garners the uncontainable game today. It didn't take long for them as they were on the mark early and never faltered. Give them credit for controlling the game from the opening tip and being in the driver's seat now as we head to the final period.
Great, thanks, Doris. And a very important turning point in this game was when they started to gather that steam and really started rolling guys.
Yeah, no question, Kevin. That run changed the entire feel of this game. It wasn't just their offense that made it happen. The stops they were making defensively played just as big a role.
And right at the start of that run, fellas, you could see the sudden injection of energy that went through the whole team. Then it was game on.
So with Bosh on the bench, this is who Frank Vogel is out there. They've got LeBron James.
Ah, sí. Para que saltes. No iba a tirar el triple.
And it's Mullins in at the front.
Such an aggressive player. I just love the way he explodes to the rim.
Dale, Mario.
Here's Cool Hands.
Bueno. Oh.
Fires the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with the 3.
Boy, he's been good offensively tonight. I really like what I've seen.
Lead with it. Feeds to Barbosa for 3. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick
Oh, yeah.
of their own.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, terrific. Great package.
Man, that was a real hard it up.
Went for the two-hand thrower, and he with safety and power.
That's how you do it.
Yep. No, nothing fancy, but he finished with force.
Special thanks to Sprite for that sweet replay.
Tienen ganas que anote yo. Tan fácil me lo van a dejar.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here on the floor. Throws it up high.
Oh, qué bonito.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
Such an imposing finisher around the rim. Intimidating to the defense, really.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Guys, thank you. I got a chance to hear what Greg Popovich was saying to his team. He was propping his guys up for their defensive pressure, saying, listen, the pressure you put on them has been fantastic. Keep pestering them, keep forcing turnovers, and you'll be in a great position to win this thing.
And as always, Doris, thank you.
Man, offensive execution has been the story here. Just playing beautiful basketball.
And guys, you can see it in their advantage in field goal percentage. I mean, you get high quality shots, you're usually going to shoot well. They're playing outstanding basketball.
Here's Cool Hands. Wade is covering. Wade brings the double team. Just 5 on the clock. Duncan left side. Running shot. And it's San Antonio with another. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. And here's Wade. LeBron James on the wing. And out of bounds as the Spurs.
¡Qué feo! ¡Qué tiró!
How San Antonio's schedule is shaping up. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of the Knicks in Minneapolis. That'll be just in Miami with a change here too. Austin Day, he's checked in for Leandro Barbosa. Here's Cool Hands. He dishes it to Duncan. Over Wade, and Duncan gets it to go in. Duncan's got 6 in the quarter.
Defense cannot do anything to stop him.
Yeah, they're trying everything, but nothing's working.
The Heat trail by 21. Clark some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Hits it out to LeBron. And it's Wade penetrating. Mullins dishes to Wade.
Nah.
Leandro Barbosa. He's checked in for the Heat. On defense, San Antonio. A 21-point lead, the biggest in the game. Wade passes to Barbosa. Pocket 6. The shot's good on the assist by Wade.
You know, maybe part of it is playing in a run-and-gun offense for so long, but for whatever reason, Leandro Barbosa can go from hot to red hot in a hurry. He's just one of those guys who can just explode at the drop of a hat during the game.
Well, explosive is right. You look at how he's been used over his career. He really has become comfortable with being the instant offensive option on his team. It's a role he's comfortable with and what he's thriving.
Me vinieron a hacer la doble marca. No quieren entrar más en ese jueguito.
Kicks it to LeBron.
Sí, ni hablar. Físicamente me pasa por arriba.
We got to see that one again, guys. We've got to see that.
I need a replay.
Bueno.
I'm not sure what I just looked at.
Así que el jueguito de la doble marca no la quieren más.
Spurs leading by 17. Here's Cool Hands.
Ahora vení.
Wade brings the double team.
Te estás durmiendo, Iguodala.
The 10-foot. That's good.
Hasta que se avivó que tenía que entrar.
Looked like the defense kind of backed off and he took advantage.
Barbosa kicks to LeBron. Wade. And he throws it down with one hand.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot.
Lo dejé para ver si le cobraron los 3 segundos, pero...
Here's Cool Hands. Wade is covering. Inside. Goes right up. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's how you do it. Find the gap in the defense and attack that rim with force.
La repetición que fue de la jugada de la espalda del árbitro.
And there's the foul.
Ah.
That's his third foul of the game. The Spurs making a switch here. Ginobili's checked in. Here's Barbosa. It's stolen by Duncan.
Whoops.
It's 3-on-3 on the fast break.
¡Uy! No te puedo creer.
Great key that time from LeBron. to the inside. Deflected. Stolen by Ginobili.
Ahora te toca a vos.
Here's Cool Hands, covered by Barbosa. 1:32 left here in the fourth quarter.
Ah, mano. Solo estabas ahí.
Wade, a strong finish under heavy pressure all over. Wade's got 16 here in the second half. Spurs leading by 17. Here's Cool Hands. With the lead pass. And then Iguodala with the dunk.
Man, this one's pretty much wrapped up. And they know it. I mean, took care of business. Chalk it up as a W, Steve.
1:07 left in the fourth. Now here's Wade. LeBron James on the wing. Over Duncan.
Pero agarra rebote.
And LeBron with the lead.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know when he's always ready to turn it around.
Nice strong finish. Very nearly a three-point play opportunity.
Yeah, when you stay aggressive, good things happen.
A la línea de los suspiros.
And he makes the first. So both teams making some changes here. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And the Heat shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. And he drew the blocking foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Rebote como las mejores. Bueno, el cometido está. El tema era ganarle. Ah, me saco. Bueno, no vuelvo más. 38 segundos. El cometido era ganarle a Miami para complicarle más la clasificación. Y eso ya está hecho. Ah, vuelvo con 22 segundos. 16 segundos me sentó. Me cobró la falta. No entiendo. Bueno. Muy bien. Así quedó el partido entre San Antonio y Miami. Una victoria más. Espero que hayan disfrutado del partido. Nosotros nos volveremos a ver en otro video de NBA2K13. Hasta la próxima.
And now we present the Jordan Player of the Game, Cool Hands.